It's actually appalling how I have not used the public library in over 10 years. But don't worry, we're going to the library today. Let's go. There's so many books, I don't even know what to look for at all. This author right here, Robert Dugoni, he writes really good novels. He wrote one of my favorite books called My Sister's Grave, and that one is definitely a mystery thriller. It's really good. The plot twist at the end had me shook. This has been on my TBR for a while now. I've heard mixed reviews about this. I heard it was very cliche and kind of, if you've seen the movie The Glass Onion, I hear it's kind of like this. I really did enjoy watching The Glass Onion, so I may check this book out. And this is the same author that wrote The Silent Patient, which I gave 5 stars last year. It was so good. Yeah, I decided I'm gonna check out this book. I hope it's really good. Now I'm trying to find a book that I really haven't seen at all on BookTok or BookTube. I want something that no one has read before, or at least not in popular demand. So I'm gonna take some time browsing the shelves and see what I can find. I wonder what genre it's gonna be, whether it would be nonfiction, adult fiction, who knows. It's so awkward talking in libraries because it's so quiet and I feel like you guys cannot hear me, but I don't want to talk too loud because then obviously all the attention is gonna be on me and I don't want that. Light beep like I was still in a book, girl. I'm not trying to steal from y'all. I am back from the library, and as you guys saw, I got 2 books, so I want to tell you all about them. Going into the library trip today, I had no idea what books I wanted to pick up or what books I wanted to read at all. No idea what genre, anything like that. So I was just perusing the aisles in the bookstore, and I came across The Fury. This book has been on my TBR since last year. I discovered it when I was scrolling through Goodreads, and clearly the one thing that caught my eye is the evil eye in the center of the book. Oh, I just noticed that there's a face in the middle, like the iris of the eye. I just noticed that there's a face right there. Didn't even see that. From the videos that I've seen on TikTok and Instagram about this book, it seems like it's very similar to the movie The Glass Onion that's on Netflix. If you've never seen that movie, you should go watch it right now. It's a mystery thriller type of movie, and it's basically, I don't know what I'm telling you about the movie. Let me tell you about the book. That's why you're watching this video. This book is considered a thriller mystery, and I'm gonna read the synopsis. This is a tale of murder, or maybe it's not quite true. At its heart, it's a love story, isn't it? Lana Ferrer, I think that's how you say her last name, is a reclusive ex-movie star and one of the most famous women in the world. Every year, she invites her closest friends to escape the English weather and spend Easter on her private Greek island. I tell you this because you may think you know the story. You probably read about it at the time. It's caused a real stir in the tabloids, if you remember. It had all the necessary ingredients for a press sensation: a celebrity, a private island cut off by wind, and a murder. We find ourselves trapped there overnight. Our old friendships concealed hatred and desire for revenge. What followed was a game of cat and mouse, a battle of wits, full of twists and turns, building to an unforgettable climax. The night ended in violence and death. But who am I? My name is Elliot Chase, and I'm going to tell you a story unlike any you've heard before. I'm really excited to pick this one up. This may be the first book I read before, well, obviously there's only 2 books, so I'm probably going to pick this book up first just because it's shorter. It is only, let's see, it's just shy of 300 pages. It's 295 pages, and I should read this hopefully within 2 or 3 days. I do find it a little more difficult to actually read a physical book rather than my e-reader, because most of the time I get my reading done at night and in the middle of the night while I'm feeding my son, and I can't really read a book without a book light or in the dark. So I'm going to try to read this as much as I can during the day, and I'll see how far I get. Now on to the other book that I'm most excited to read. I saved this one for last, I guess. It is called Sisters of the Snake by Serena and Sasha Nunya. I believe that's how you say the last name. And the women on the cover are absolutely gorgeous. They look like they're of Indian descent. And I mentioned earlier in the vlog that I wanted to find a book title that I have never seen before. I've never seen anyone talk about this book. I haven't seen it on my book talk or booktube at all. So this is considered a YA fantasy. Just a brief synopsis of this book. It is a street thief and a princess discover they are twins separated at birth and must switch places to find an all-powerful stone and prevent a deadly war from taking place. It's going to have subjects of princesses, robbers and outlaws, fantasy, sisters, twins, and identity. So I'm very excited to pick this one up. The back of the book is gorgeous as well. And the brief writing up here says, "A princess never falters. They think, they act, they succeed. I will play Rhea with all the might I have. I practice a grin that does not waver, one fit for a princess and a thief." This book is quite chunky. It is, I'm gonna guess, about 400 pages. This book is just shy of 500 pages. It's 497. This is going to take me quite a bit to read. I don't have to return these books till February 3rd, so I have quite a bit of time to read these, but I'm very, very excited to start. The reason I only picked up 2 books for this trip is because I still have other books that I want to read on my e-reader. While I'm reading these 2 books, I'll probably be reading novellas in between. The more that I look into this cover, I notice that when the 2 braids of the sister's hair come to a point down here, it is the head of a snake, which is really cool. I'm curious to know how they got separated at birth, why they got separated at birth, and although they are twins, I want to see how different they are as people and individuals. I hope it has a good turnout. I don't even know if this is a part of a series. I just picked this up because my son was starting to get fussy towards the end of our library trip, so I just saw it on the shelf and it caught my eye, and I was like, you know, might as well just pick it up. It's beautiful, and if it is a part of a series, then I'm definitely gonna pick up the second book. One thing that I did find funny is when I was checking out these books, the worker that was ringing me up at the counter, he gave me this little receipt that has like the return date that I need to give the books back to the library, and also at the bottom of the receipt it says I saved $46.97 by using the library today when I checked out these 2 books. So that gives me a little peace of mind that I'm saving a lot of money by using my public library. And although it's great to own physical books and add them to my collection on my bookshelf, it is also great to utilize the free resources that we have in the community. Going to any of your local bookstores within your town or your city is amazing, and supporting them is the best thing that you can do to keep them alive and thriving. And one thing that I did not know that I found out from my mom actually is when you own a public library card, you get to go to most of the museums within your city for free. That's how it is in Tampa. I don't know if it's like that everywhere else in the country, but I get to, go to the museums for free. I can get discounts on tickets to the aquarium, things of that sort. So I'm excited to utilize all the resources and the perks that I get from owning a library card. I also want to go to a different county that's not too far from me and get a library card for that county as well, just to have two. It doesn't hurt to have many library cards, and I may get different perks in a different county as well that I don't get in Tampa. So I'm excited to read these. I'm going to let you guys know in later vlogs how I like these books. You can also follow me on TikTok, where I'm going to be doing book reviews of these as well. If you guys enjoyed my video today, make sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe before you go, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.